All right, before we get started, this account was created to provide information on how current immigration laws apply to certain factual scenarios. There are many people, I suspect, who are worried about their immigration situation, but are not sure if they should speak with an immigration attorney. Keep in mind, and I cannot stress this enough, that immigration law is unbelievably fact-specific, so even if you think your situation is nearly identical to one of the hypotheticals I analyze here, you need to speak with an immigration attorney personally to have your situation assessed, because even the smallest factual difference can change everything. That said, this is not legal advice. I'm hoping this will merely help educate people a bit, as I know a lot of anxiety exists in certain immigrant communities. Also, immigration laws and procedures will likely change significantly over the next few months. They already have quite a bit in the last few months. So what might be accurate and current at the time of this recording could be outdated in a week or even tomorrow. So reach out to an immigration attorney personally. Okay, so this individual is from Spain. He is and has been married to a U.S. citizen for 8 years, and the couple has lived in Spain during that time. The couple has decided to relocate to the United States, and they want to know the best way to do that. Yeah, so there's a few ways that we can do this. One is by consular processing the case. Okay, so we can do everything while they're living in Spain, get all the paperwork done, and then once that's completed, they move to the United States, and he would move here as a permanent resident. He'd be able to work immediately and carry on their lives. The downside of that is that that process is probably going to take about 1.5 years, possibly 2 years. So if that's an okay timeline for them, then that would work. Okay, that's a two-step process. We first have to file a visa petition in the United States. So the wife, who's the U.S. citizen, is going to file a visa petition for her husband with USCIS. That would get approved probably around 12 to 14 months after it's filed. Then we would process at the consulate. So we would set up the interview at the consulate. He would go in there, and they would ask some questions. We would prep them for that interview, and then get the immigrant visa, which is the same thing as a green card, and would be able to move. Now, if that timeline is unacceptable and they want to get here a lot quicker, maybe they have job offers that are waiting or something along those lines, then the other option would be for him, along with his wife, to move to the United States. Okay, he could come in on an ESTA, which is the visa waiver program, because he's a Spanish citizen. So not every country is eligible for the ESTA, but most European countries, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, a number of other ones are eligible for the ESTA. So they could come in on the ESTA, and we could file for the green card once they're here. Now, a lot of people know about the 90-day rule, which means that when you come into the United States, you generally should not take any actions for permanent residency within the first 90 days. And that is true, but there is a carve-out to that rule if you are already married to a U.S. citizen. Okay, so if you're already married to a U.S. citizen, there's a case called Matter of Ibrahim, which states that it is okay to apply for the green card pretty much right when you get to the United States, and it wouldn't cause problems in terms of saying that you had the intent when you entered to pursue a green card. Okay, so it really kind of depends on what things are important to them. Is it more important for them to get here right away, and then he would obviously have to wait to receive his work authorization and his green card, which, depending on the jurisdiction that they're in, could take 4 months, 6 months, a year, or is it more important for them to arrive at a later date is fine, as long as when they get here he can start working immediately and isn't going to have to wait for that work authorization and green card to arrive. So those are all factors to consider in a situation like this. But the big thing is that Matter of Ibrahim will allow them to not wait the 90 days before they apply for the green card. Hopefully this is helpful. There's a lot of moving parts in there, and you definitely want to consult with an immigration attorney if you're considering a move like this so that it can go as smoothly as possible. If you need our help, you can reach out to us, call us, send us an email, and we can set up a time to discuss your particular situation. Hopefully that's helpful. Take care and good luck.